Good morning, Oracles. Well, yesterday we had our first red day in a while for Tesla. We dropped down about 1.5%, but still held over $800. We had a lot of Elon drama going on yesterday, which I made a video about last night if you want to check that out. And Elon has been over on Twitter stating that he's going to just keep his head down, focus on work. Sawyer said, honestly, the best thing you can do right now is just keep killing it at Tesla and burn the shorts. Elon said, good point. So he will be focusing on work going forward. Otherwise, looking at what we have going forward for Tesla, the next huge catalyst that we could potentially be seeing is going to be that investor grade rating. Now, yes, we do have the annual shareholder meeting coming up on August 4th. That is going to be a huge catalyst, especially if they drop some hints as to new products or timelines or anything else going on. Then we also have the split coming up. But we might actually get that investor grade rating ahead of the split. That I don't know. However, if we get that investor grade rating, this tipping point is why it's so important. Because there are a lot of institutions that will not invest in any company, regardless of what their financials look like, until they get investor grade rating. So then as soon as that happens, there are probably a lot of institutions out there just waiting to be able to invest in Tesla. And then as soon as they get that investor grade rating, those companies are going to dump money in. And we've talked about it before. When more institutions start investing heavily into Tesla, it's going to bring down the volatility of the stock, because usually it's retail and big money, that are going to swing the stock up and down. Institutions, on the other hand, are really more like hodlers. So they're going to hold this and they don't swing in and out as much as retail does. So we could see a massive bump in the stock price itself and a settling of the stock at that price. So this is going to be a massive catalyst for the company. So whether we actually get it here in Q2 after the numbers, and now Gary Black had broke down the free cash flows that Tesla has from 2021 through 2026. 2021 was over $5 billion. 2022, we've doubled that to almost $10 billion. 2023 projected to be another doubling to $21 billion. 2024 pushing $30 billion, 2025 over $46 billion, and then 2026 at $63 billion in free cash flow, for a total of $171 billion over that time frame. So when you're looking at reasons for a credit rating upgrade, this is a huge piece of it, is that free cash flow, because can you pay back any debt that you take on? I mean, look at Tesla's financials. They basically have no debt with $66 million, huge free cash flow coming in to be able to pay off any debt that they actually do choose to take on, which doesn't seem like they're trying to take on any debt whatsoever. So they can build their entire company with all of the cash that they have and not even have to use credit. So realistically, a credit rating doesn't even mean anything, because Tesla doesn't at this point need to take on any debt. So if they chose to take on debt for some whatever reason, they'd be able to pay it off. And so while the annual shareholder meeting and the potential split coming up are going to be massive catalysts for the stock, the investor grade rating upgrade is going to be the massive catalyst that boosts the stock. And then there could be a Dow inclusion in the future as well. And if Tesla gets included into the Dow, it will be similar to their inclusion into the S&P, and we'll see a good boost coming out of that also. So a lot of great catalysts coming up for Tesla in the future, and the investor grade rating is going to be a monster one. Hopefully we get it soon. If not, I have a feeling we are going to be getting it after Q3 earnings. And seeing all of these massive catalysts coming up in the future, this week could be a wild and volatile week with everything we have going on. We saw that little bit of a sell-off yesterday. We'll see how the stock moves for the rest of the week. But if we do end up seeing a bit of a sell-off, for me, that is going to be a massive near-term buying opportunity. Because if we get that, this might be the last time we see some lows of these prices. Maybe we dip into the 700s. I don't know. Some people still think we're going to dip down into the 600s and even lower. Nobody knows what's going to happen in the future, but I can anticipate where I think the stock is going to be long-term down the road, where I'm going to be holding it until, and then I can say, hey, if the stock price comes down even lower now in the near term, I'm going to buy it on up. I now have in my portfolio about 10% cash. So I am primed and ready at the exact place I wanted to be to take advantage of any buying opportunities that may arise. So if this week presents us with those buying opportunities, I will be taking advantage of them. And I do list all of my stock purchases and sales over on Twitter at OracleTim1. So if I am going to be buying extra Tesla, those of you who are following me over there already know that I will be posting on there every single trade that I make. And for those of you who are new to the channel, I put in $20 into Tesla every day, and then for every percent that it drops, I will be adding an extra $10 or $20. Kind of going to be monitoring that one. I'm going to play that one with a gut feel. And one of the things that could give us a buying opportunity this week is going to be earnings. We have some massive earnings coming out this week, and we just heard from Walmart yesterday what Cathie Wood had been saying all along, which is a lot of these retailers are overstocked with inventory, and they are going to have to reduce prices in order to move this excess inventory. Walmart confirmed that last night that that's what they are doing. We have already heard that from Target in the past. So looks like going forward, we are going to see this situation continue with other retailers. And Gary Black put out a little reminder over on Twitter about the fact that the 3-day window post earnings has been closed. So if Elon wants to sell any Tesla shares for the Twitter purchase or for any other reasons, he can now do that again. And if he so chooses to do that, that could be another catalyst to bring the stock down in the near term. But again, that for me is going to be a great buying opportunity. And now in some hilarious corruption news, we've got GM getting some government funding to pop up some battery factory supplies. And of course, looking at this from an outsider's perspective, you're like, oh, this is great. The government's helping support some battery factories because that's the way of the future and we're going green. But then you realize that, well, why didn't they help anybody else? Do you think GM is actually going to be paying that money back? You know, I was talking over on Twitter about the fact that why is it that GM needs support? Don't they have enough money that they can do it on their own? Tesla is. Other companies are. Why is it that GM is so special? And there was an article that was put out about GM talking about how, they basically have been working on this Ultium platform since 2017, and they're designing all of this so that they can quickly produce all of these vehicles and get them out in mass scale. Yet they're 4th place right now, whereas Ford and Hyundai just started to get some things rolling and they're already ahead of GM. Like, what has GM been doing since 2017? What is taking them so long? Why didn't they start working on these battery factories earlier? So there's just a lot more questions than answers as to why it is taking them so long to get there. And they still think that they're going to be able to catch Tesla by 2025. Meanwhile, some analysts are thinking that they're going to catch them in 2029. My personal feeling, and I know many of you agree with this, is I don't know if GM is going to make it to 2029. Thinking about how much debt they have and how slow they are currently moving, unless they continue to get government support like they currently are, which is really sad, I don't know if they're going to make it. And if we do get a new administration, what kind of approvals are they going to be getting to be able to support all of this going forward? How many more bailouts are they going to be allowed to get if they don't have a government that agrees with this? So again, a lot to see, a lot to happen in the future, but there just seems to be a lot more focus on words that are being said rather than actions that are being taken. So, show me the money, that's where I'm at. And when it comes to Tesla, one of the things I look at, and even with them, is, all right, you talk the talk, can you walk the walk? Tesla has proven historically that when they say they're going to hit production numbers, they hit those production numbers. Even with all of the headwinds that they faced in Q2, we are still looking at Tesla most likely achieving 50% year-over-year growth when it comes to deliveries in 2022. And their EPS is going to be growing even stronger. So now when you're looking at GM keeps talking about what they're going to be doing. What have they produced? Nothing. They have delivered 4th place worthy production. They're not even on the podium when it comes to EVs. So now when it comes to show me the money, today we get GM's earnings, so we get to see how they walked the walk in the second quarter. And again, I am a Tesla bull. I see Tesla doing very great things in the future, but I still question everything also. I'm questioning, hey, FSD, not reality yet, definitely moving in the right direction, and I have faith that they are going to achieve this. Robotaxis, they are working on it. They're going to be putting it out in 2024. Clearly, it's going to have FSD in it, and they have confidence that they're going to have FSD solved to be able to put these robo-taxis out. But not factual yet. We are looking at the Cybertruck next year. We should be getting more information on that at the end of the year to solidify that that is actually going to be coming out. Energy, they are growing energy. Clearly, they are moving that in the right direction, but we haven't hit a profitable S-curve yet with it. We then have Optimus. That is down the road with AI, but I have faith that they are going to get there. But even all of these pieces have not come to fruition yet, and I base my valuation model on the potential of these things coming to reality. So that's how I do it, and I do see these things happening, but I still question them. They're not true yet, so I'm going to take a step back and say, all right, you're talking the talk, now I want to see you walk that walk. That for me, I even hold true with Tesla. So I'm not trying to have double standards whatsoever. I hold both companies and all of these companies to the same standards. Tesla right now just happens to be the one who is walking the walk stronger than anyone else and has the history to prove that they can continue walking that walk. And once we get this credit rating upgrade, we will have institutions who see Tesla walking the walk, investing in the company as well, which will then make us all a lot more wealthy in our portfolios. So this is what I'm looking forward to. So many promising things coming for the future of Tesla. Really looking forward to the annual shareholder meeting. We will be doing a live stream for that. And let me know in the comments below, when do you think we are going to see that investor grade credit rating upgrade? Do you think we're going to get it prior to the split? Do you think that we are going to be getting it after the split? Or do you think that we are going to be getting it in Q3 or later? Let me know your thoughts in the comments on that. Thank you all so much for watching. I appreciate all of your support and feedback. If you have not subscribed, please do so down below. Sign yourself up for notifications. I am over on Twitter at OracleTim1. I share all of the latest Tesla news, pertinent stock market information, and all of my daily trades. We do have a Discord chat. That link is down in the description. And if you'd like to support the channel any further, we do have a Patreon. That link is also in the description. Thank you so much. Have a great one.